Hello YouTube, this is Aquatics, and this is an update on my red wag. I'm sorry, I have blue wag platies. I'm mistaken though. I mixed up the name. My red nano or dwarf coral red platies. And an update I have is, in order to keep your colony small, you want your early developing males. You see this male? Full size. And he is tiny. I mean, tiny. And then I have one of this guy, early developing male. Excellent. You want these tiny males in your colony. If you want your fish to remain small and dwarf, you see that gonopodium? Look at that. That is an excellent male. You want fish like that. Look at that, amazing. You want fish like that to keep your colony small. That is one thing about this strain and the genetics. Early developing males, you want those. You want small fish. You want nano fish. You want fish where you can keep 50 platies in a 5-gallon because your fish are small. They produce less on your biome. You know, they're easier on the system. So that is very excellent. I'm so glad to see an early developing male like that. I think I have another one. And then another thing, a question I want to answer later on, is the difference between the lighter colored platies, the small juveniles, and the more darker orange. And I want to see it. Does that determine how red they come out? I'm just curious what will happen. I want to answer questions like that. You know, I'm tired of seeing the same videos over and over again, but nothing like really concrete and personal observation, which is what I like to give. I like to give original observations and facts that I've gathered. Okay, so yes, early developing males, you want those. Those are very vital. Good for keeping your colony small. I just sold a couple of these actually today. I still sell these. I'm gonna put a couple more for sale on my eBay. But you really want those tiny males. And this already is a tiny fish, but the smaller, the cuter, the better. Okay, you want really small fish. And like I said, they're not fry eaters. Really don't get over an inch. They're just wider than least killifish, right? They're just wider, they're just fatter. They have bigger stomachs. They can consume more food. They grow a bit faster than guppies, I would say. I say these are some fast growing fish, but they don't get big. So they reach their full size very fast, okay? You want those early developing males. Look at your fish and observe. You know, if you want them to remain a tiny size. Now, if you want them to grow larger, those early males, you see them, you take them out, and then you just, over time, your colony can increase in size. You know, with the late developing males. Like I have a late developing male Molly. He's pretty big for a Molly. I would say he was a late developer. He's still developing. He's still young. He hasn't yet gotten to the aggressive point where he's chasing the female I have down here. And I sold some of those juvenile today. But yes, update is there should always be an update for your aquariums. You should always have something new for libraries. It's not something that burns out. It's really exciting. There's always something to look forward to. So this is the update. Early developing male, and I will answer the question eventually. What is the difference between the color? You see the fry and the tone of this strain, red coral platies, dwarf. What's the difference when in the color of the adult coloration, when it's more orange versus more yellow? Okay, the variation. I wonder which one of these would be the most red, and that's the one I'm gonna keep. But I'm gonna eventually answer that. I'm guessing it's the orange. I'm guessing the deeper orange it is, the more red they are when they're adults. Versus I think when they start out more yellow, they eventually turn more orange. But I will find that out. I will find that out eventually. I know that the males are a bit more red than the females. The males are definitely red. These are some red fish. Red, like I mean red platies. I think swordtails get that red from. These fish are amazingly red. Okay, so that is the update. They don't eat their fry and I have to feed them. I haven't fed them all day. If you have any questions, comments, subscribe down below, Degary's Aquatics. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram, Degary's Aquatics. And I'm also on eBay, I sell these. And if you don't see them out, just shoot me a message and I'll put them up. All right, till then, see you around.